Eyes down for the morning folks, Monday 12 o'clock and I broke it. The sink is out. We haven't quite got enough room there. I'm just going to have to move that slightly that way and job's a good one, and then put the sink back in over that way a bit. So, not such a difficult job after all. The only trouble is, of course, I'm going to need to cut 4 inches that way and take that piece out, slide the sink that way. It's the only thing we can do. Right, onward. And there we are folks, 4:30, sink in new position, 600 space for washing machine created, and all we have to do is fill that hole with a nice piece of wood taken from one of these pieces. Unfortunately we've got to get that flat perfectly, but we can do that, and then fill that gap in. The job's a good one. Plumbing is going to be awkward because it almost lines up dead on but not quite. So I'm going to have to go take those drain down, take those 2 valves off, put some elbows on and go sideways and then up and then back again, rather than put a strain on the plumbing, which is, it's always a mistake. Always a mistake. I haven't got any. Oh, have I got some flexi hoses? I might have some flexi hoses. I might have a look, see if I've got some flexi hoses in one of my plumbing boxes. You never know. Right, that's it for today, but that's gone really well. Luckily this wasn't fixed down, so I was able to move that sideways. And that's the difference. 4 inches, that's all I've got to move, 4 inches. We've now got a place there for an auto washer, which is essential in a rented flat. You've got to have an automatic washing machine position. The dishwasher isn't as essential. In fact, it's not essential at all. It won't go in there anyway, I don't think. I might shorten that back as well to match the other side. And I think I've got a stainless steel splashback for there, which would be good. There's a lady in Beverley selling one, and I'm going to ring her this evening, or get in touch with her this evening, and I hope I can get it, because it'll just nicely fit in there. And it's a wide one. It's the same width as the Spencer stove. Well, actually slightly wider than the Spencer stove, but that doesn't matter. Right, I'll see you all tomorrow. It's going well. Hi folks, 12:15. And after attempting to run a rancher up and down that edge to get it square, I realised that there was a much easier way to do it, and that was to cut this piece out completely, refinish that edge, refinish that edge, and then put a whole piece in between to underneath there, so that we're actually mimicking the joints in there, so that, in other words, we've got no joint running across. It's obvious unless you're as stupid as me. So this is going well, so I'm going to continue it and hope I can make as good a job at that side as I have at this side. Right then, here we go. Evening folks, Tuesday, nearly 5 o'clock, and I decided that it was a waste of time trying to joint a piece in, and I took the whole piece out in between these two lines and joined a piece in like that, rather than have a joint down there. It'll look a lot better, it'll sand up and it'll virtually disappear. But that's it. I've re-glued and screwed that, I've screwed everything down, I've put a G-clamp on it. I dropped that G-clamp on my foot, which hurt, but it doesn't hurt now, which probably means it's gone numb and it's going to be blue and painful in the morning, but you never know. Right, that's it done. Tomorrow, sand it up and sink back in. Whoopee. Plumbing. Morning folks, Wednesday morning. And I think we can safely say that has worked. The piece is joined in. It's just visible, but by the time it's oiled, it won't be. Pleased with that. That's good. Right, the next problem is these joining the plumbing back up. Basically, the waste will fit. The waste will just swing to fit. That's not a problem. Unfortunately, where the tap is now is too short, too close to where the pipes are to put two elbows on. So what I'm going to have to do is to take the sink stop valves off. As you can see under here, the sink stop valves are vertical. Well, what I'm going to have to do is to take those off there, which means shutting the water off and draining down, and then go sideways, back up and back that way, and that should do the job. Let's hope it works. Right. As you can see, we're almost lined up, but not close enough. Not close enough to make a decent job. Let's crack on with it. See how it goes. See, these will fit without cutting anything. Right, crack on. There we go folks. Just after 3 o'clock. Sink back in. All plumbed up, no leaks, all the waste connected. And that's how I did it. Put the valves on sideways and went back to the taps. Slightly clumsy, but it bloody works, and that's the main thing. Nillum leakai. I don't think. No, dry as a bone. Wastes are on, wastes aren't leaking. I've cleaned all the wastes out, they were a bit disgusting. And we're back together. Thank the Lord for that. Right, we can get on with some jolly old knobby woodwork. Isn't that thrilling? I'm going to check that this dries out under here, because it was there was a drip from one of those taps, but I'll check it dries out, make sure it's okay. Right, thank God for that. The clips that hold these sinks down are a nightmare, but I've got them all on. I've got them all tight, a lot better than it was on before. Actually, it's fitted a lot better than it did before, and it's got a generous coat of clear bathroom sealer under it as well, so that we ain't leak. Good show. Here's a tip for you. I think I've told you before, but when you've finished with your silicone seal, take the nozzle off, stick a polythene bag over the top and screw the nozzle back on. That keeps it airtight and stops it going off. Works every time. I've had a good side up, put it all back together, tied it up. Something I haven't shown you. This is a big stainless steel splashback, which just happens to fit perfectly behind the Spencer stove. So guess what's going up there? I'm going to have to move the position of the cooker hood slightly, but that's no big deal. So there you go. So it's all coming together thanks to Facebook Marketplace. Right, I'm going home early because I'm going shopping, so I'll see you all tomorrow. That is a good job done. No more plumbing, except there is, because I'm actually going to probably put an outside tap on. Put an outside tap through the wall. That would be useful, and I can use my pressure wash. Clean the brickwork down, clean the paths down, and generally it's a useful thing to have in it. Right, tomorrow folks, once again a jungle. Morning folks, it's Friday morning. You'll notice there was no Thursday night bulletin. I went home in a purple funk. I got all this together, got it all right, eventually got the door to fit perfectly, and then realised that I'd cut this piece too long and it was standing out there and it was holding the door off, and the door was sticking out here. So this morning I came in early. I was here at 9:30. That's early for me. And by 10:30, it's 10:32, just gone. It's done. It's all back to rights. It's all fitting perfectly. It's square across the thing, and I can now continue within there. But first I'm going for a coffee because I've earned it. So folks, Friday, going up to 5 o'clock. We've got the washing machine space. We've got the under sink cupboard, which requires a couple of shelves in it. And we've completely rebuilt this, which is going to be a log store, or it's going to be shelves. I have got some trim to finish on there, and some edging to iron on there. But other than that, it's done. And that piece of very expensive solid oak, but really blocks of oak glued together by IKEA, or somebody who supplies IKEA, is the piece that was cut out originally from the sink to put the sink into the worktop. So that's a piece of waste worktop that's now been brought to use. I just have to put a trim on to cover that raw edge of chipboard. I'm going to ask my new tenant, my incoming tenant, what he wants there. This was originally a log store, but it can equally be storage shelves, can it? Or you could stick a vacuum cleaner and all sorts of kelter under there. Anyway, that's it for this week. I'm almost finished on the kitchen units. Thank God, I hate woodwork. Especially when it's not really woodwork. Especially when it's bloody sticks glued together and sawdust reconstituted. But never mind. All part of life's rich tapestry. Right then, thanks for watching. Send me a couple of likes, send me some comments, tell me how boring my videos have got. I'm sorry folks, but I can't do any engineering anymore until this is finished, and as you can see now, it's getting very close. It's getting very close indeed. I'm going to ask him about that unit at the end there, that strange Persian arch top. See if he wants it or not. If he doesn't, I'll just take it down, but I would prefer it not to be there, but it depends on him. I'm not going to live here, unfortunately. So it's coming around to lots of nice little easy jobs. And I just hope to hell that I get finished next week, because I'm heartily sick of this. I really am. I think we've got at home a piece of tile that will go in there. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this, because I can't live with it stuck in the doorway there. That was my wine rack, which fitted perfectly in the end here. It was somewhere in the kitchen units. It was in the middle of a kitchen unit here somewhere. Just filled a gap in. There was a gap and it just filled it up. And we used to stick bottles of wine in it. It looked really good. And there you go. It's now taken out and it's now stuck there, and I can't live with it there, so it's got to go somewhere else. But who knows where. Okay. Next week. Next year in Israel. Bye now.